Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Ross here, and this is going to be the second tutorial for Gold Rush. Now, the first tutorial we went over how to set up your initial setup with the hogwash plant, and it didn't have a pump and it didn't have the extender, but now we're going to get that. I have $615 from that last sell, and now we're going to try to get some more gear. We're going to get the water pump small, which is $200, and then the next thing we're going to get is the extender for the Hog Pan sluice box. With that, we're going to have to get also 2 more mats, which I'll get later, but now we're going to get the Hog Pan pump. So we're going to come in just barely under the price point here. Here's the 2 mats, and you're going to have to get a jerry can too for fuel to actually power that pump. You don't need any generator at all. You just need to get just the jerry can and the pump. You're going to need 1 red hose and 1 green hose. The red hose connects to the pump to the water, and then the green hose actually connects to the hog plant with the pump. And you're going to need 1 water filter, which goes to the end of the red hose. All said and done, go to cashier, $600 later, and exactly almost a full load of those used slots. You can get 43 out of 44, and then you're just going to hit buy, and then we're going to put it all in the truck. When you start loading the truck, I highly recommend to start with the large stuff first. The extender is pretty large and kind of bulky, but getting it in there first will definitely help you later. And then you can go move down to the pump, and then you can put all the smaller stuff in later. And definitely leave the gas can for last, so we can actually go fill it up with some fuel. When leaving the warehouse, you're going to exit, and then you're going to go to the right down the street to the actual gas station, and so we can put some diesel fuel into this jerry can. You will want to take the jerry can to the gas pump, pick up the gas pump, and then fill it up. Now, I don't have enough money to actually fill it up, so I have to get under $15, and when I try it here, it's $14.99. It says I don't have enough, so just a little bit less, and there we go. That's actually going to be plenty, though, to fill the tank of the pump, and then keep it going for a little bit longer. Once you get to your claim, you're going to pick up that hog pan with the pump and take it over to your setup. You're going to have to take off the old hog pan because that one is now useless, and you're just going to throw it to the side. Then pick up your new pump part and attach it to your original setup. Then we can continue on. Once the red hose is on the ground, you're going to want to take the filter and attach it to the end of it. The filter part will go into the stream to collect the water. Next, we're going to take out the extension part to the sluice box, and we're going to attach it to our original setup. It just snaps right in, and then of course we'll have to add the mats in as well. Grab the water pump out of the truck and place it on the ground, and then we're going to attach the red hose to the front and then get it into the stream. Now, if you hold down the right mouse button, it will keep the hose taut, but also it might disconnect it if there's no slack. So just run it out to the stream and drop that filter part into some moving water. Your pump doesn't work without some diesel, so grab that jerry can and slap it in. You can see on the bottom of your screen that tank is refilling, and you will get a nice warning on the top left-hand side of your screen when it actually is complete. With the green hose in hand, you're going to attach it to the pump, and we're going to have to attach it to the back of the hog pan pump part. Now, if it doesn't go all the way, just try to pick it up, and you're just going to stretch it, and there's a little kind of yellow part right there, just click it in, and then boom, now we're all connected. Now with your system entirely set up, pull the cord starting the motor on the pump. Now water will be flowing down that sluice box. Your jerry can stay attached, it will keep your tank full, and that little red line there shows how full the jerry can it is itself. Once it empties, then it's emptied. Now you can see the water running down, you can hear it, and all we have to do now is to shovel dirt into the sluice box, into the hog pan pump, and now it saves us a dramatic amount of time because we're not picking up that bucket every 10 shovels and dumping 3 pails of water into it. Now, the total amount of shovels I think still remains the same, which means that you're still doing about 2 to 3 shovels per 1%. So you are saving time, but it's still manually intensive within the virtual world in the game as well as in real life, because you're just hitting the keys back and forth over and over again. But this process will get you over to tier 2, and how it will is that eventually in this beginning area you will find a big nugget. And when I say it will help you find the big nugget is pretty much guaranteed. It's not even pretty much, it's absolutely guaranteed in this starting area. How long it takes you to find it, I really don't know. I don't know if it's just random, if it's a certain area of the dirt, if it's just how many times you pan. I don't know the math or the coding behind it, but you will eventually find the big nugget because it is what gives you enough money to move to tier 2, and the game doesn't just let you grind over and over again. But as you go through and pan and everything, eventually you're going to get a big message when you find something, and it's going to say you're lucky. I've never seen anything like it. It's the biggest gold nugget I've seen in 40 years of mining experience, and it tells you that to go get an excavator, and you can start a new kind of gold panning system. The next system is your tier 2 wash plant, and that will be the next tutorial, is really how to set all that up. But first we need to go smelt all this gold. Now I can't lie, actually doing this was probably the most exciting thing in the game, having this much gold, and I know it's predefined that you're going to find this massive nugget to help you along in the game, which I think is a great thing, by the way, that the developers have that in there, so you're not just totally grinding. But man, smelting down the gold was just so much fun. Now if you're arguing about which one to do, either sell the ore or make bars, definitely make bars, especially if you have over an ounce, or if you can afford it. So you can, even though I only have $1, you can see I just went into -400. Now you don't actually have to take the bar with you. The bar is kind of like in your pocket, even though you can see a visual representation. The visual representation is probably so you can just stack them and everything, and you maybe also sell them at a later date, but they are kind of in your character's back pocket for the entire game. It doesn't matter where you drop them, and so if it falls off the back of your truck, don't be scared, don't freak out, it's okay. Now once you get to the bank, you'll see what I mean by how much the difference is. If we just sold just the gold and didn't actually smelt it down, we would have gotten 38,000. When you select it and you hit sell, you can see right here that's 48,000 I have in my wallet, and actually I was -400, so it's closer to 49,000 that I actually earned. So definitely smelt it down, make bars, and sell them at the bank. So that's really how you do the kind of second part of stage 1 to get the money so you can find that big nugget so you can buy what you want. And everyone wants this. We want to get the excavator, and I'm so excited. You run around this big lot of land, see all these machines and how much it costs. You're like, oh gosh, it's a lot of money. And eventually we'll have all this. These are all the stage 3 or tier 3 parts, but that will be later tutorials. Now once you actually buy the excavator, you're going to have to buy it, and then I'll ship it to your plot of land. Now the thing is, the equipment transport means that you can't use it until you actually buy it. It's one thing I was a little confused on, and I'm showing you here because it's a good thing to know. Order it and then move to the next window, and it tells you that you can get transport. Now the transport costs money, so I mean, I guess in theory if you want to drive it over there and then walk back, you could do it, but that just pay the $1,500. It's so easy. You just hit confirm and then boom, it's there. And here it is. Probably the most exciting thing in the game is getting your first piece of heavy machinery, moving around tons of dirt really fast. It's a beautiful looking thing, and I can't wait to start using it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and enjoyed this tutorial. I knew I could have just stopped it without buying the machinery, but my gosh, it just makes you excited to get that big piece of machinery. So as always, I'm the Flying Ross, and I'll check you guys next time in tutorial 3, where we go over the tier 2 setup.